Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host Sam and we are back again with another one. As we just witnessed one of the craziest games, Tottenham Hotspurs, again another loss, another London derby, another loss. This seems like it's happening now each and every single time. What is really Postecoglou getting wrong in terms of how he's setting up his team, and why is that this team cannot even defend even a free kick or even a corner kick to save their lives? Because this has been going on for such a long time, and we're going to try to make it make sense a bit, because there's some damning stats that are coming out because after the loss against Chelsea. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Click the like button, subscribe to the Connect. Let's get into the video. So out of the 32 games, including the one that was played yesterday, that was played today, out of the 32 games Tottenham Hotspurs has played at the home of Chelsea or Stamford Bridge, they've only managed to win one game. They've lost the rest, I think 19 games or even 20 games now, and they've drawn 11 games. Like, I've never seen a domination over a game than this. Arsenal don't even, Chelsea don't need to be even at their best to beat Tottenham Hotspurs. Chelsea don't even have to find themselves at a level that people respect for them to always silent Tottenham Hotspurs. This happens even in their sleep. I never knew of this stat, and when I saw it, my brain went on cloud 9. It went on cloud 9 because it doesn't make sense. After losing 2-0 to Chelsea, goals by, is it Chobela? Showmaker and yeah, it's Chobela and Nicholas Jackson. The world looks so different for the mighty Tottenham Hotspurs. This team is the only team in the Premier League in the recent weeks to manage to have a 2-week break. And one person would think that a team who wants to at least finish strong in the Premier League, they would be fighting, they'll be preparing, they'll be doing things that could get a team ready for the coming games, because they knew that they were going to have one of the craziest games that they needed to play, because they knew that they had to play Arsenal, they had to play Chelsea, have to play Liverpool, they have a Burnley, then Man City. These are 5 important games in Arch Postecoglou's game in terms if they want to finish in the top 4. Somehow they've literally lost the first 2 games, and nobody is even expecting them to win that 3rd game after this long 2-week break, because on Sunday they're meeting Liverpool at Anfield. And now I'm not saying that Liverpool are a good team, but I'm just looking at what I'm seeing from Tottenham Hotspurs, and it doesn't give any hope of even having the strength to fight any team. Playing with Liverpool at Anfield is not going to be easy, especially being the first introduction to Anfield for Hans Postecoglou. How is he going to be able to handle the pressure? How will he deal with what comes when you go to Anfield? Because if you cannot stop Chelsea, a team that has been struggling to do so much, but which is true, they've been struggling, especially away from home. But that season now at home looks more different than usual. Do you know that in their last 10 games, Chelsea have only managed to lose 1 game at their home ground, have drawn I think 2 games, and the rest are wins. Sometimes we laugh at the team, we look at how terrible they are, especially that they went to the FA Cup semi-finals, they lost, and everything that has been happening. You have not really been paying attention over their progress, over what they've been doing to find themselves or to find them fit. Now they are at a level where we can say that they could actually be moving far, because look at this. There are 34 games played and they are just 3 points away from Manchester United at the position of 6, or at the position number 6. If United drop any game, if Chelsea win 1 game, they are going to be leveled with Manchester United. And there will be 2 games to be played before the season comes to an end. Remember, we are in May now, people. The final week of the Premier League. Don't be surprised Chelsea can find themselves in the European positions where so many teams thought that they won't be. That's exactly where they are. But also remember that Newcastle is also on the high, and they're fighting to find themselves a form. And which is actually fun. If you look at the last 2 games, Newcastle is the only team that has done better than the team ahead of them. United have only won 1, drawn 3, and lost 1. While Newcastle have won 3, lost 1, and drawn 1. Chelsea have won 2, lost 1, and drawn 2. So you can see that there is a level that they are trying to rise and trying to get into this. But anyway, let's get back into the game, which has turned everything upside down for the Spurs, because after 19 shots, 3 on target of those 19 shots. So that's a very bad conversion rate if you're going to be hitting the target. 63% in terms of, you think that could be domination, and 50 something, 500 something passes, and 1 yellow card. They are looking at the Chelsea that had 16 shots, 5 on target, 37%. They did not even have to dominate the game, but yet they've scored 2 goals, the most important stats that matters, and all of them were headers. The first one came from a cross by, I think that was, is it Cole Palmer or is it Gallagher? Please let me know in the comment section. Then it was headed into the back of the net by Chobela. Then the second one was a nice free kick by Cole Palmer, which hit the post, came back, and Nicholas Jackson finished it. They could have scored many goals. Cole Palmer today, I felt like in front of the goal, was not really the best of what we have come to know of him. Sometimes his position, sometimes the way he was getting the ball. This could have been really terrible for Tottenham Hotspur, especially if the way their fan base has been making so much noise over how they are going to destroy Chelsea after losing from Arsenal in the North London derby. You'd expect that the next derby they could really turn things upside down. But yet they were outfought, they were outmuscled. Can you believe a player like Kukurea won more duels than any team? He had all 100% duels. So it means that Brendan Johnson had nothing to offer going forward to try and stop him. And I think there was a change while they introduced other players. They even put Kulusevski on that side after the players were introduced. Somehow nothing happened. Sarr was in the game, Besuma was in the game. All of them had to be taken off because they could not actually influence the game the way Ange Postecoglou was expecting. Heung-min Son, that's another game which he has been in, which he has really been silent. I just cannot see what this player is doing at this moment. And so many people can talk about maybe Udogie missing being the situation that has dropped their levels, but even when you talk about that, Emerson was trying to do better, but somehow these Tottenham Hotspurs just don't know how to score goals, just don't know how to play football. They were dominating the game, for Christ's sake, but somehow we're here to talk about how they've been outfought, out-discovered, and out-destroyed. Somehow they made Nicholas Jackson look like a top star. The way he was moving with the balls, mad, the passes, the way he was crossing, the way... I'm telling you, if Chelsea had converted 90% of the chances that they'd created, they would have walloped Tottenham Hotspur by either 3 or 4 goals to nil. And somehow somebody was telling me that these two teams cannot defend, both of them, and these two teams can score, but not really much. I saw nothing of that sort. Richard Alisson looks like he's a good player coming as a player who comes in later on in the game. He really cannot influence a game when you actually put him from the beginning. He disappears when you expect him to stand up. He doesn't show up when you need him to show that he is a star. Somehow I'm still here trying to find exactly what has improved from this team, which now seems like it has disappeared. Well, Maddison started not in the game and he was introduced. That's why it's a closest schedule to move on the Brendan Johnson side when Maddison was put in that position. And yet, I still see nothing in terms of creation. I still see nothing in terms of trying to, salvage something for the season. This team just looks so broken. It feels like they cannot even produce anything to save their life. They cannot even do something special for us to be smiling about. I think they need this season to come to an end as soon as possible to try and find their system and come back maybe a stronger team, because my title for this video today will be Chelsea have just ended Tottenham Hotspur's season because they cannot get into the top 4. They could drop from Europa. They could finish in the Conference League with the last games that are left for them. Remember, they still have to play Man City because they haven't played so many games. They still have to catch up. So in those moments when they're trying to catch up, I feel like they will be exposed even more. They will be destroyed because right now they've played 34 games while the other teams have played 35 games. So that game against Man City would be the game that puts them exactly closer to the rest. But this is really crazy. How is things going this terrible without expecting? I have no idea how to even explain this, to be honest. But I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. What did you think of Tottenham's performance? What do they need to do to at least try to improve from their level with what they're doing? How do they find their footy back? How do they find the performance or the belief that they can be a good team? Because we know that they are a good team. They've just lost the confidence, and now what we are seeing is nothing but craziness. They have really been destroyed. They could not step for what we expect them to. What we were expecting them to do has now literally disappeared. They were a team that was a threat in terms of attacking. They were a team that had a good defender in Van der Beek who could stop any counter. Yet now things are happening. Vicario, at some point, people said that he should be the keeper of the season. Now it's really difficult to look at him in that light when you think about the goalkeeper of the season. Look at how they build up their start, winning that first 10 games invincibly. Now look at where they are now. Where people are really asking, is Ants Postecoglou really the man that they need to take them forward? Because everything have just gone off now. Everything have just gone off. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What did you think of Tottenham Hotspur's performance? What did you think of Arsenal and the way of Chelsea? Sorry, and where do you expect them to be come end of the season? Because it looks like they keep rising. I've been your host Sam, and if you enjoy this, click the like button, subscribe to the Connect. Let me know where you see these two teams going and how their seasons will come to an end. Because at this moment, there are so many questions than answers. I'm out. Click the like button, subscribe to Connect. I'm out. Peace. See you on another vid and subscribe to the Connect.